Camera roll, light check. Sound check. Intro, start on 2. 1, 2. Welcome to Knightline with your host Jerry Middleton and analyst Rick Fletcher. Knightline is filmed on the campus of Northeastern High School. Let's join Jerry and Rick in the West Wing for tonight's show. Welcome to the first edition of Knightline Season 2. I'm Jerry Middleton, and along with me, as usual, is Rick Fletcher. Rick, how you doing?
Looking forward to a new season, Jerry. We got a lot going on here. We're just getting started with sports here at the school, and we got a few things we're going to talk about. So here we are, Season 2.
Well, before we get started, a little bit of a somber note. 2016 graduate of Northeastern, Sierra Burton, was critically injured while serving the community as a police officer for the Richmond Police Department. My understanding is that there has been some improvement, but on behalf of the Knight community, we want to keep her in our thoughts and prayers. We had a moment of silence before the football scrimmage the other night, so we're all pulling for her here at Northeastern.
All right. So, on that note, let's get into football here. We did have a scrimmage here on Friday night, and the Knights, their first chance besides themselves in practice, they get to play somebody else, and that's what a scrimmage is.
Well, they played Belmont, which is a 3A school.
Yep, they're up near Fort Wayne, I believe.
Just north of Bern, Decatur,
yeah.
Indiana.
Okay, up there in that direction. And let me give you my observations, Jerry. Number one, we got some offensive weapons. You got a quarterback in Carson Terrell that can get the ball out there.
Yes.
And you've got at least a couple of receivers that are speedy.
Yes.
And if the ball gets there, they're going to catch it. Noah Ammerman. All right. I believe you saw this a couple times on Friday night. You're going to see that connection a lot this fall. So we'll have to look forward to that.
Well, and I thought the offensive line did a real good job of creating some holes. And, in keeping Terrell protected.
Yeah.
So I think that's very positive. I think the offense I think they're ahead of the defense right now.
I think they are. And that's abnormal. Normally it's the other way around. You're going to figure the defense is going to get there. All right. They've got a lot of athletes on that side of the ball. And also, the way Coach Oler runs his scrimmages, he didn't have all the ones in there at the same time. He put a lot of guys in there. Typically, they're probably number 2 on the depth chart, playing with the ones to get them some experience. And they were playing against the other team's first team.
Well, and that's a good idea because it's how you react to adverse conditions.
Yeah.
When your one gets hurt, how do you react?
Yeah, and this is the time to work that out during a scrimmage. As a matter of fact, there was one time we saw Carson Terrell in there. He's your number 1 quarterback. You don't want him to go down. And the offensive line was mostly the second team, and they held out fine. They were back there throwing the ball just like that. Nothing changed. So it was that next man up mentality.
Well, and that was great. I mean, I think the success factor of that was, I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I think the success factor was probably a 7.
Yeah, and that's solid. A solid 7. It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think that once these guys get into their season. The other observation I want to give you is numbers.
Yes.
They had probably 48 dressed.
Something like that.
And, they have close to 50 players. We haven't seen those kind of numbers around here in probably quite a few years.
Well, I will say one thing. Dylan Isaacs running. Just a couple of high steps, some moves, and down the sideline he goes.
He's going to be something to watch this year. Yeah. So a lot of good things and things to work on.
Now, you spent a couple minutes talking to Coach Oler after the scrimmage.
Yeah, Wes had quite a bit to say. So let's go to that videotape and let's see what Wes had to say.
Sounds good.
This is Rick Fletcher for Knightline. We're at the football field. We just watched the scrimmage between Belmont and the Knights. I'm here with Coach Wes Oler. Wes, how are you doing?
Fantastic.
A little bit of football air tonight, really. It feels good.
Yeah.
All right, so give us a synopsis, basically, how you did tonight.
Well, the number one goal in a scrimmage is to stay healthy, and I think we did for the most part. So that's good. That was first time scrimmaging Belmont. Is a great scrimmage opponent. Had a lot of big kids, some good skill guys, 3A school, so it was a good test for our varsity guys and our JV guys to get to hit somebody different for a change. And I thought our kids executed pretty well. You know, we're getting a lot of guys on film in this scenario, so we're subbing a lot, and this is kind of to help us make some decisions going into next week when it's the real deal. But I thought for the most part our kids responded well and played hard and executed fairly well.
Well, it appeared to me that you had a lot of number twos playing with the number ones tonight. I'm assuming that was on purpose. Is that right? You kind of alluded to that anyway. So.
Yeah, they have some rules where you can't play guys for a certain amount of plays in a row. That they got to have plays off. But we love to get our like you said, our number twos in. So guys that are fighting for starting spots or some spots where we haven't made that decision yet, and so we're letting 2 or 3 guys get even reps to help us try to make that decision. Because no matter what you do in practice, you're still going against your guys, and it's practice. So it's nice in a game-like scenario to see how they respond and what they know and what they're capable of.
Well, it looks like I'm going to talk about JV. Normally we don't talk about JV, but my goodness, you had a couple guys, JV quarterbacks, were throwing some nice balls. So what's up with that? Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, we're blessed. There's a lot of JV teams in the state that don't have one good quarterback, and we have 2 in Blake Waters and Marshall Phillips. And when one's not playing quarterback, the other's probably going to be playing running back or receiver. I mean, they're both really athletic kids, and they're smart. And they've, like I said, we're really blessed, and I thought they both played really well tonight.
All right, it's for real next week. What are your thoughts coming into next week? Going Union County. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, they scrimmaged South Decatur, so we'll get that film tonight or tomorrow and start to go to work. This is our first normal week where we're kind of evaluating ourselves and then getting ready for an opponent. And it's been a long time. It feels good, but I know their numbers are down a little bit, but Joel does a really good job there, and they'll have big physical kids, and they've always got some athletes, and we expect a dogfight, and I'm just happy it's at home.
Well, good luck. We'll look forward to it. So you guys heard it. That's next Friday night, August 19th, Union County home opener. So show up and be loud. So back to you guys in the studio. This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Sim Hargen Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline. Rick, Coach Oler seems to be a little pumped up, I think.
Well, if you remember our Knights of the Round Table with the senior football team players, they were pumped up.
Yep.
And I think they should be. They've got some talented players, and let's hope for a good season. Their first real game, they kick it off this coming Friday night. It's a home game against Union County, so everybody show up. We're going to be giving out our first Subway player of the game. That's what we'll be doing. Okay, we're not going to live stream football.
I think we're the official spokespersons for Subway.
So at least
locally.
I'll be Charles Barkley, and you can be Tony Romo.
There we go.
And we'd like to thank our sponsors, by the way, all of our sponsors. And Subway's going to sponsor that player of the game, so we'll give that out. So football Friday night, we're looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Cross country.
There's something else we need to look forward to.
I'll tell you what, the girls, they've got 6 runners. They had 5 this weekend.
And then last year they only had 4. They didn't have enough.
Right.
You need 5 to complete your scoring. And here's going to be some familiar names. We're going to tell you how they did, all right? There's going to be some familiar names in this. Marissa Cates, number 1.
Well, that's a surprise.
Oh, no surprise at all. We might as well just put that in the dryer and put it on repeat, because we're going to probably say that a lot this year.
Yep.
So congratulations. This is their first meet.
Yep.
They went down to Blue River.
Yep.
Here's another name for you. Now, here's a youngster, Gracie Green. She was 6. And we're going to hear a lot about Gracie in other sports. She also plays basketball, as well as Marissa was a basketball player. So we're going to look to see them in other sports. But Gracie Green, keep your eye on her, number 6. And here's another name, very famous around here, Heather Kroll. Very famous female athlete because she wrestles boys. Okay? And she finished 13th. So cross country, if you're a basketball player and you're not doing a fall sport, that's what you ought to be doing. You ought to be doing you ought to be doing cross country.
Getting your cardio in.
Oh, it just keeps you in shape. And as you can see, Heather's a wrestler. She's doing cross country, and Gracie and Marissa are basketball players. Now, Marissa, that's her sport. Okay,
right? Absolutely.
That's what she's a great basketball player, but she is a runner, and she wins a lot of these things. So, congratulations to the girls. Looking forward to great things from them.
Now, the boys.
Can you say domination?
Oh my gosh. Now, keep in mind, people, that a perfect score is 15. And the Knights scored 20.
That, to me, all right, not very familiar with scoring in cross country. To me, that spells domination. Let me tell you what went on there, Jerry. All right, here's another name you're going to hear repeated over the years. Chase Cates. And yes, twin brother to Marissa Cates. They are a running family. By the way, thank you to Kate's Eye Care for being a sponsor.
Yeah.
We appreciate, and yes, they are related. That's Angie Cates' twins. All right, so thanks to them. So Chase Cates, number 1. But look at this other scoring here. Mason Mull was 4. All right. Logan Smith was 5th. Nolan Drake was 6. So you got 1, 4, 5, and 6. Grant Luby was number 9. So you had 5 out of the top 10.
Wow.
That's domination.
Yes.
But not to be outdone, Bryston McFarland, he was 12th. So you got 6 of the top 12, and this was a 5-team meet. I believe there were 5 teams.
Well,
there.
you had Blackford was there.
Yeah.
You know, which is a bigger school than us.
And it was at Blue River.
At Blue River.
And I'm not sure who else was in this, but there were 5 teams in it.
Yeah, so. I'm not sure who the other ones were, but yeah, still, that's a great showing for the Knights.
Yeah.
To start the season off.
Yeah, and the boys, on the boys' side, they're, if you remember the success they had last fall, they are sectional champs.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe they were regional champs. They went on. So I think, if I remember correctly.
I think that I forget what happened on that. The regional and then the semi-state, they lost.
On one of those.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we were first starting Knightline.
Yeah.
They were in the throes of their run.
Yeah.
And so we covered a lot about cross country, and it looks like we're going to be doing the same this year. So congratulations to the boys. Congratulations to the girls, really.
Absolutely.
And so it looks like Coach Tyler Hostetler and Eric Nolan, they've got a couple of good teams to work with this year, just like they've had in the past. So good luck to those guys and gals as they go further into their season.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here for one of our gold level sponsors, and we'll be back, and we're going to be talking, I think, volleyball.
We'll be back.
Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, We will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith McQuiston Webster Funeral Home. Well, welcome back to Knightline. And now we go to the sport of champions. No, we're not talking horse racing. We're talking volleyball. And the Knights did well at Morristown.
They did very well. First of all, we ought to say that we live streamed their scrimmage.
Yep.
And a scrimmage is a scrimmage. You know, you just go out there and you're working some things out. You're playing a lot of players. But they did pretty well. If you want, you can go to ihsaatv.org and see the replay of that scrimmage.
Yep.
You know, give it a look-see and see what you think. It was new for us,
yep.
You know, but I think it went well for us. So I was pleased with how it went down. Who knows? You never know how it's going to go. We were doing everything on the fly.
Yeah.
So, but we did that. And then, like you said, they went to Morristown yesterday, and they won the whole thing. They won the tournament.
Well, good for them.
And I was there. I at least saw the first two matches. They lost the first one in, you know, it was heartbreaking fashion. In the third set, they went down
to those dreaded Royals of Eastern Hancock.
Yeah, we gotta get them off our plate here, or somehow we gotta overcome that. So, but it was competitive, and they won the next two matches. They played for first place in the last match, and they won that. So they won the tournament. Apparently, you get medals or something.
Oh yeah, you get something. So they beat Rising Sun 2-0, and they beat Edinburgh 2-0.
2-0. So
2 sets to 0.
2 sets to 0. So that was a good comeback.
Yeah,
you know,
good comeback.
After you lose, what happens, especially with high school athletes, when you're down, it's tough to get back up.
Yep.
And with volleyball tournaments, you're playing and then possibly sitting for a while.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're getting cold. You're eating junk food. You're doing all that stuff. And, you know, they sat for a while, but they came back, and, you know, congratulations to them. I think we're going to see some things in volleyball. They still have some things to work out, Jerry, okay? But I think we're actually going to see some positive things with volleyball. You talk to the players, they're excited. You know, they feel like they're working hard in the practices. And they, in my humble opinion, all right, as not a volleyball expert, but I love watching volleyball, they look a lot more organized this year. You know, they don't break down. They stick the pass, and they have a chance at a hit. So,
well, I think the serve receive looks so much better.
It does.
And once you have that, then it makes life easier for the setter.
Yeah.
And when the life's easy for the setter, life is easy for the hitter.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, and we've talked, it all starts with the pass.
Everything starts with that back row pass.
Yeah.
And, you know, they've got Abby Deitch, see some time back there. And they got a new girl who's a libero. That's Olivia Null. And she's a little sister to Lily Null. Lily's been on the team for a couple of years, and she's well established as a veteran. And we had a chance. I had a chance to chat with both of them yesterday. I want you to take a look at this video. Safe to say, the Null sisters were having fun with it. So
I can hardly wait to watch this one.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this video.
Sounds good.
Hello folks, this is Rick Fletcher, and I'm at Morristown, and we're with the volleyball girls, and the girls just defeated Rising Sun 2-0. They're 1-1 on the day so far. I'm here with the Null sisters. It's not often that we get, you know, siblings playing on the same team. Everybody knows Lily. Lily, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, since you're the veteran of the two, I've got to ask you, this year seems to be a little different attitude than last year. What are your thoughts on that?
A lot more hardworking at practices and games. A lot better chemistry than we were last year. Just we overall get better, like, along and stuff like that.
All right. Now, Olivia, you're the freshman, but you play a lot, okay? I got to ask you, is your sister mean to you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've established that, so it doesn't seem like the stage is too big for you, even though you're only a freshman. Do you have a lot of experience coming up to this point, or how do you feel about that?
I feel like I have a decent amount of experience. I've played club ball for a long time, but I mostly set in club ball, so it's just kind of different to switch from a setter to a libero.
All right, so start of a new season. What are our thoughts for this year, Lily?
Good.
All right, how about you, Olivia? What are our goals here? What do we want to accomplish?
Obviously conference. I mean, like, we always just want to, like, get better as the year goes on and get better chemistry and just, like, always feel, like, good about how we play.
So, Olivia, as a freshman, do you feel like you fit right in, with all the other upperclassmen here?
Yeah, I feel like they created a really good environment, like, really welcoming.
All right. Well, good luck, girls. We'll be looking forward to it. We'll be live streaming all the home volleyball games. And you never know, you might see one of the Null sisters as a Subway player of the game. So this is Rick Fletcher. Back to you guys in the studio.
At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline. Hope you enjoyed that interview because it was good.
Well, the girls had fun with it. They were good sports. And, they were sisters. That was the thing I was trying to bring across, that we've had that in the past. Your daughters played together.
My daughters played together, and it was always a war at home afterwards.
Because they had to go home with the coach.
They had to go home with the coach. I didn't say anything. They're the ones that put it to each other.
Well, so also we'd like to mention that at that same tournament, there was a JV tournament.
Yes.
JVs won that one, and they look really good.
Did they win 3-0?
They went 3-0 on the day, so they were undefeated, and I don't even think they lost a set.
Wow.
I think they were 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, if I remember correctly. But congratulations to the JV girls and the varsity girls. We'll have some upcoming live streams on their with their games coming up, so be sure to tune in. But go to the gym, watch the replay.
Yeah.
That's what we really want you to do. Be in the gym, watch the kids play, and you can always watch the live stream replay afterwards.
Yeah.
So, all right. So moving on. We had an event here a couple weeks ago, Jerry.
Well, and I heard it was bigger than what they had hoped it would be.
Well, you never know what's going to happen with these things. And we had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Let me tell you, when I got here probably 11 o'clock or so. Number one, the first thing they were battling was the weather.
Yeah.
Right? This is an outdoor event, and they had to delay it by probably an hour or so because it was raining. So they did that. But I got here probably 11 o'clock. The thing probably started around 9-ish or so. And I thought I was at a sold-out basketball game. The parking lot was jam-packed. And I came in, and I looked at what they had set up. It was over by the football field, tennis courts. That's where they were set. Everything was set up. And I'm looking, wow. I was totally impressed. They had an event going on. There was kids running all over the place. They also had an adult division. Now, when you say adult, it was probably 18, 19, and 20-year-olds, not two old guys. Production wasn't anywhere near.
We should have gotten in that.
Show those guys how to play.
That's right.
But it was a tremendous success. I don't know how you can say anything else. And kudos to the girls' basketball team for putting this event on. And Coach Dudley and Coach Kirscher and Coach Lord. All right, the three coaches. So I chatted with them. We had quite a long conversation. So I think let's go see what those guys have to say.
That's going to be interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was good. So let's see what these guys have to say.
Hello, everybody. This is Rick Fletcher, and I'm here at Northeastern High School. We are here for the first, which hopefully will be the annual girls basketball 3-on-3 tournament. I'm here with Cody Dudley, girls basketball head coach, and his assistants, Chad Kirscher and Stephanie Lord. Chad, first thing I want to say to you, you got a monster going out here. What kind of work went into that?
I don't know, Chad. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, tons of work behind the scenes. I can't thank enough people. I mean, I can't even begin to name off everybody. But those people know who they are, and I really appreciate all their help. Seriously, you know, we had the idea, thought it'd be pretty cool. Had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, but, you know, ultimately it was a really good thing, and I think we've, you know, done pretty well, good turnout. So, you know, kids are enjoying it, so that's good.
Well, Chad, I walked up here this morning and I was totally impressed, not knowing what to expect. I would have to think you're impressed. Tell me your thoughts on what's going on here today.
Yeah, this is something we look forward to. When my girls were younger, they played in it every year up in Selma during the Wapahani fundraiser. And so this is something I did when I was younger, played in Gus Macker's, and it's just good. Gets the girls out, gets everybody playing, gets them on blacktop, gets their, you know, this is what we want, gets them physical.
Well, you look around and the kids are having a lot of fun. The adults are having a lot of fun. There's a lot of enthusiasm around here. Stephanie, you're the new kid on the block, so welcome to Northeastern. Okay, I don't know, where are you from originally? You have to tell us.
Lynn.
Lynn, all right, so you're a rebel then. All right, so you're making your way down here, down to Northeastern. Tell us about working with these guys. We know these guys, so give us a little insight here.
Oh, it's been fun, but I can't tell you all the secrets.
All right, well, you can, maybe next time as you get to know us a little bit, we'll get some of those secrets. So, Cody, I got to tell you, I follow you on all the social media. You have immersed yourself into Northeastern. You know, not just your program, but every program out there, whether it be band, football, you are promoting everything. Is that important as a new guy coming in to do those things?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you don't want, you know, to just support what you're involved in, because you want the mutual support from them when you're in season. You know, and I know a lot of those kids. My kids have gone to school here since they were in kindergarten. So, you know, I'm familiar with the community and the families here. But, you know, the football guys, volleyball girls, I mean, softball, you know, I know a lot of those kids, a lot of those families. So for me, it's nothing new to come and support. Just, you know, now I'm part of it too. And so hopefully they just return the favor.
All right, Chad, I got to ask you about girls basketball. Okay, so here's the triumvirate right here. You guys are the brains behind all that things that are going to go on. Tell me what prospects for this year's on our girls basketball team.
I think we're going to be pretty good. We have 4 seniors that are going to kind of lead the team, but we have a young group. So we have 8 incoming freshmen, and they are tough. We are going to be just a tough, fast team, and, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Well, Stephanie, I was able to catch a few games this summer, and when you guys were playing summer basketball, it appears to me defense is going to be one thing that you guys are preaching. You got a lot of fast players out there, and they get after it. Tell me your thoughts.
I already told Cody that I'm defense and miss layups type of person, so I've got some drills in mind if we don't do good on that. So I think they're already well on their way to be a fairly successful defense.
Well, let me tell you guys, November 4th can't get here quick enough. That'll be the opening night for the girls basketball team right here. It's a home game against Yorktown, and we'll be live streaming that on the Knights Broadcasting Network. Hey, good luck. Looks like you started something here. Next year is probably going to be bigger, so I want to wish you guys all the best and wish you the best in your upcoming season.
Thank you, Rick. Yep.
All right, so back to you guys in the studio.
Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, here's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline, and Rick, that was a huge event.
Well, it was a huge event, and hopefully it won't be the last. I think after the after Cody, Chad, and Stephanie saw what went on, there was a lot of work that went into that.
Oh, yeah.
These things don't just happen. You know how that is, okay? When you put something on, you put a lot of work, a lot of pre-work. There was questionable as whether they were going to have enough teams. Unfortunately, they didn't have a girls' high school division because they didn't have enough teams sign up. My guess is next year that's not going to be a problem.
Well, once you get these things going, and people go, oh, okay, it's organized, there's stuff going, then they want to get involved.
Yeah, it was, and this thing was impressive. Everything about it was impressive. How they ran it was impressive. And, you're talking to, with Cody and Chad and Stephanie, they didn't know how it was going to go.
No.
I mean, they were taking their shot. And you know what? Congratulations to them. They put on a great program, a great show. And my guess is, Jerry, they're coming back next year, and it's probably going to be bigger and better. Hopefully they raised a lot of money. I understand that they did.
Yeah.
This is what they do. They raise money for their programs, and I hope they raised a lot, and I hope they do more next year. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you guys did a great job. Congratulations to the girls basketball players. They were there helping. They all showed up. So a lot of fun to be there and just watch. And, good luck for the future endeavors on that.
Well, we've got one more quick thing before we go. And you're not going to hear me say this too much, Rick.
All right, let's hear it.
But go Tigers.
Tigers.
The Hagerstown Little League team going to the World Series. So congratulations to them. What an absolute opportunity for those young kids.
As a kid growing up, I played Little League baseball. We were always going to go to the World Series, okay? Yep. Well, we never even made it out of our district, okay? But what an accomplishment by, Hagerstown is small.
Yeah.
And they're playing some bigger cities and, bigger towns, and they're small. So congratulations to them. What a thrill. Now they go to the mecca of Little League baseball.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? That's on my bucket list. I want to go there. There's two things on my bucket list. The Little League World Series and the College World Series.
Yes, absolutely.
Those are two places that I want to go that I haven't been, and I'm going to get there one of these days. And unfortunately, I won't be able to go to this one. It would have been a great one to go to.
Oh, it would have been.
Because of prior commitments. But, good luck to those guys, and I'd love to see them just go and win the whole thing. It'd be a lot of fun.
I think they play Thursday at 3 o'clock.
Well, you'll see that on either ESPN or ABC runs the...
or ESPN2, something to that effect.
Yeah, all the Great Lakes region games were on TV, and so these games will be on TV, so you get to see them. So, hey... Go Tigers!
Yeah, that's the last time you're going to hear us say that.
But they deserve all the credit in the world. Congratulations to the coaches, to the families, and especially the kids.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Yeah, live the dream that a lot of people dreamed about.
Exactly.
Well, Rick, I think it's about it for our first edition of Knightline for the year, and you might see something new.
We got something cooking
in a week or so. Yeah. So we'll put it out on a parent square and student square, and we'll see how it works.
Things are about to get exciting.
About ready to go big time.
We'll see how it works. We don't want to let the cat out of the bag because we're not prepared yet.
I'm going to say syndicated, but we're close.
All right, Jerry. Well, it's good to be here another week.
It's good to be another week. And check out your sports for next week. I think the only home the only home event we have next week is football on Friday. Other than that, everybody's on the road. Go on the road, support your Knights, and see at the football game on Friday. Because you know why, Rick? It's been another good night.